Why is private equity, why are they purchasing so many companies right now? Like, why is this such a hot topic? Why are prices and valuations and multiples so high right now?
It's a great question, Angie. And, I think it starts at the very top. I mean, there's never been more private equity capital coming into the market in general. It's just this is where the returns are, not just within home services, but just globally. And then on top of that, the home services, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, it's such a great industry, and there's probably 4 or 5 characteristics that just really make it even that much more attractive. First, it's fragmented, and you may have heard that term before, fragmented, when you're reading about the industry, and what do we really mean by that? Well, it's really, there are over 100,000 HVAC companies, a similar number of plumbing companies, and then on the same with electrical companies, and you start to add that up, and there's almost 300,000 companies out there. I think when you compare that to the goal that a platform like the Friendly Group has, that we're looking for 20 to 25 companies that kind of share our culture, our vision, our values, seems doable, right? Those odds kind of add up, and that makes sense. That makes it attractive. The second is that in the industry, there's just this built-in organic growth. There's 1% new houses created every year, and each one of those houses has an HVAC unit in it. And the old houses that don't have AC, they're continuously getting upgraded and retrofitted. And so even before we start talking about price increases, there's just this built-in fundamental 2% growth that comes each year. So investors like growth. That's another reason why this is such a great industry. A third reason is that private equity groups are attracted to particularly the residential repair, replacement, maintenance service sectors. And the reason for that is that they are recession resistant. If you live in Florida and the AC goes out in the middle of July, well, you're going to get that fixed. If you live in Minnesota, in February, you're going to get the furnace fixed. Those are kind of discretionary costs. And don't get me wrong, it's not that it's recession-proof, but resistant is a good thing. And so that makes the cash flows from the industry just less risky and makes it more attractive. I think the other piece, and this is the world of COVID that we live in, it was interesting. There was a lot of recession-resistant companies and industries that did not do well during COVID. And a great example you might think is like physiotherapy. Everyone goes to physiotherapists. Well, they didn't during COVID. And all of a sudden, people that like those kind of industries said, well, which industries are doing well? And they came and they saw that, hey, home services, everyone's staying at home and actually seeing an uptick here. And that made it, the fact that it's resistant to other challenges makes it very attractive to investors.